Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for Days Gone. So there you were, Days Gone, originally released in 2019. A year I remember fondly as the year I first played such amazing video games as Kingdom Hearts 3, Devil May Cry 5, and Mortal Kombat 11. Get over here! Haha, sorry, couldn't resist. It was also the year I met a real-life zombie in my local gaming boutique. I say zombie, but he might have been one of those cosplay bastards. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. No, we are here to discuss Days Gone. And just like that beautiful bearded bastard Barry Bertrum, you're probably wondering...
What is this? What is it? What? What is this?
Days Gone is an action-adventure game thing that takes place in a post-apocalyptic Oregon. Oregon is in America. Oh, and post-apocalyptic means it takes place after the apocalyptic. Apocalypse takes place after the apocalypse. Anyway, story. We play as a reject from the television show Sons of Anarchy as he searches for his dead wife or some such nonsense. So let's review this post-apocalyptic video game the only way I know how. Badly. And let's start with what I liked about Days Gone. Oh, speaking of things I like it when you subscribe to the channel, so do that for me, dear viewer. Doing so will allow me to live out my lifelong dream of having 1,190 subscribers. The first and likely only thing I'll commend Days Gone for is its fun open-world gameplay. You'll use your bike to go from point A to point B with a quick detour through point C to murder some zombie scum or bandits with your trusty firearms and or melee weaponry. You'll craft Molotovs to burn zombie nests. Too bad there isn't giant zombie penguins. Or zombie dinosaurs. Oh yes, that would have been splendid. You'll take on zombie hordes. Hordes. Zombie hordes. You'll take on zombie hordes. If you like killing zombies and riding a motorcycle, then this might be the very game for you. Sadly though, I found this game about as enjoyable as giving myself a back massage with a cactus. So let's talk about what I didn't like so much about Days Gone, and by association, Days Gone Remastered. A little side tangent here. I did play Days Gone back in 2019, and for the life of me I could not possibly remember why every single time I tried to recollect something from the game, my mind went blank. Well, having now played Days Gone Remastered, I think it's pretty obvious why I couldn't remember the original game. So like I said, this is another one of those open world action game things like Far Cry. Complete with the need to unlock fast travel points, there's different factions, quest givers more spread out than Sharon Stone's legs, and more map markers than I've had hot dinners. I like Far Cry. Or at least I did 15 games ago, so frankly I'm bored with this kind of open world game, especially one with such a dull story as this game. Who knew that a zombie apocalypse could be so unremarkable? You are looking for your dead wife, yes, but our character is forced to do mindless, monotonous quests for different factions. Clear out that zombie nest. Get me yeast, motherfucker. Your drunk one-armed friend is drunk. Go and look for him. Get me parts for this bike. Do this stealth mission with instant fail states. Not once, not twice, but about bloody 7 times. While we're on the subject, I absolutely hate stealth missions where you have to restart if you get spotted. What's the point in me being a killing machine if every so often I have to do these boring stealth missions where I have to follow a scientist and listen to what he's saying? I also really dislike the characters in this game. I personally never liked shows like Sons of Anarchy, so being forced to play as a biker, drifter, whatever the hell he is really not my cup of tea. Now, most post-apocalyptic games have amazing central characters. Hello, The Last of Us and Telltale's The Walking Dead. Most have big, gut-punching endings. Hello, The Last of Us and Telltale's The Walking Dead. And most have delicious human antagonists that you love to hate. Hello, The Last of Us and Telltale's The Walking Dead. But not Days Gone. Oh, no. We get to look for our drunk, one-armed, bald friend. We get to take on the military. I've never seen that in a post-apocalyptic game before. Or movie. Oh no, wait, I have. Literally about 100 bloody times. Hello, 28 days later. If it's not obvious already, I don't like this game very much, dear viewers. It lacks everything I like from games like this. Amazing characters, a well-written story of survival, big emotional gut punch moments. Instead, all we get here is a bloody Far Cry clone with zombies. Boring. Therefore, I declare that Days Gone, and by association Days Gone Remastered, are rather unremarkable. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my review for Days Gone. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming.
Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.